Hello, welcome back. Hey, I've got some great news. They have recently just tweeted the global version of DBZ Dokkan Battle Official, right? We now have the release info for this, so it's definitely coming out within the next few days. Again, I could probably see beginning of December. We should put it in about 3 to 4 days. I'll just look at Dokkan Wiki. This will be better for me. So we got the new what is people calling the number one unit in the game. It's Int, LR, Blue Vegeta, and Super Saiyan Trunks. And then we have AGL Goku just in base 4. Right, so we'll stick with this guy first. So let's see what he does. We are in dire need of a much stronger Goku Black. He is without a doubt one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful enemy that's ever been faced as a villain, right? So he should be good, and we need a really top tier unit. Doesn't have to be an LR, but we need a top tier unit. So let's see. Future Saga, key 330%. That's pretty average for all banner units. These are the banner units that coincide with every other major unit to come out. So he has 100% at the start of turn. He gets an additional 25% to stats with each attack received. So that's up to 100%. He's super effective against all types from the turn in which the character receives the fifth attack. Oh, so you build this up, one extra attack, and then you're super effective. That's quite good, actually. Future Saga, just straight up Future Saga, key 3, 40% of stats. That's a really good support, actually. 3 key and that. There are units that need key. So he raises attack and defense for the turn. That's the 30% raise. And seals. Wow, okay. Yeah, I could see that being quite good. This guy seems powerful. Let's check out his stats. 10,000, just shy of 10,500. That's not so bad, actually. His attack could be lower. Something tells me that he's not going to be as great because he's going to build up. He's going to be super effective, but he only has 14,000 attack. So that's going to be curious. So let's see. Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, Nightmare, Prepare for Battle, Cold Judgment, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. Really good. You're going to get that with, as I say here, outside of perhaps maybe a key link that might not be around. You will get that all of them. In fact, they will have Cold Judgment and Big Bad Bosses giving you 50% defense and 25% attack. That 50% defense on top of, here we go, you get an extra 5 there. That's 55% defense. You're getting what, 25% attack. You get, so that's 40% attack. And then you're getting 60% attack, 55% defense, right? That's really good. So links are going to be huge for this guy. That's how he's going to be tanking, which is good because those are really good in here. Like this guy who will have an easy A in this very same campaign, right? And we'll have a look at them at another point, but they will have both Big Bad Bosses and Cold Judgment. They will also have Nightmare, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle. Outside of the key link, they'll have Legendary Power, but some of these can struggle for key, so having that is really nice. Specifically, this guy, who is an LR who gets crazy amounts of power, attacking power, still one of the hardest hitting units, but you gotta get his 18 key. 4 links, 8 teams. 4 links, you're gonna get Big Bad Bosses. You'll have Cold Judgment. You might even have Prepare for Battle. In fact, let's bring it up. Let's click on him. So he's gonna have Fear and Faith, Dismal Future. So no key links, but he's going to be supporting with 3 key. So you can prioritize a few orbs. He's going to be great for that, right? So he's got what, 25% defense. He doesn't have Cold Judgment. Shocking. Okay, so 25% defense, and that's really about it. Then he's getting 25% attack, and then he's getting 40%, 45% attack. So really good. Future Saga, Patarin, Human Deeds, Realm of Gods, Time Travelers, Worldwide Chaos, and Corroded Body and Mind are the shared. So really good. Corroded Body and Mind, mind you, Worldwide Chaos, Inhuman Deeds. These could be really good for these teams. These are really crappy teams, right? That definitely need more support. A Code of Body and Mind is still a pain for a lot of people. There's Fight and Legend events that have this, and it's not nice. So having this could be a great support. How he's going to fare out? Well, he's going to be type neutral for the Vegeta one. But I believe actually it's Goku who has the Corroded Body and Mind mission, and he's tech. So taking him into the final one, he will just be, well, he's death incarnate, right? So like normals will actually kill this guy. So, I mean, he is going to be super effective in longer terms, so perhaps that's going to be great. Building up with each attack received is much like how he did in the anime, so it's reasonably well built, but I can't see him in difficult content. But you could possibly do so just because of his great support, and he is super effective. He is sealing as well. Um, Future Saga Super Battle Road is a little wonky because it's kind of separated between Future Saga for the androids and Future Saga for Goku Black. So some of them have android related links, and some of them have like Cold Judgment, for example. Future Saga links, and you've got Super Saiyan 2 and Realm of Gods on one, you got androids and Future Gohan on the other, so it can be a bit wonky, right? No, this guy could be great for the people he's coming up with. So this guy has an easy A, also builds up, and he's going to be giving support as well. That's going to be great. So I'm not too sure how he would work out, but he is going to share same sort of deal, right? So he has pretty much the exact same links. Big Bad Bosses being a really good one, right? Of course, this guy, he also easy A's with Tech Vegeta Blue, but more importantly, he is a 50% support for extreme class allies. Absolutely insane, and he greatly raises defense. And look at that, he's got Big Bad Bosses as well, right? All of these are pretty common links. You're going to do really, really well, right? So again, these two would be a fantastic partner for like this LR and the this LR here. That would be absolutely incredible. Even Zamasu would be good. So Zamasu, he has damage reduction, right? But he has no defense in his passive. But even just 40% would actually allow him to be able to be a much more effective tank, right? Think about Vegito Blue. He has only 40% defense. I mean, granted, he has twice the amount of damage reduction, right? Well, more or less, 25% to 40%, right? But the point is, even his 40% without support, and he is quite capable of holding his own, especially if he goes first with his super attacks, right? So this guy, probably coming up to an easy A soon at some point as well. He'd be absolutely hype. But the fact is, you'll have this guy. He's a good lead. He's Realm of Gods and Extreme Class, so you can really work well on that. But as well, on top of that, as I say, you'll be able to give support. You'll have big bad bosses. Nightmare, is it Nightmare on this one? You'll get 2 key from here, and then you get 2 key from there. So you're gonna be able to auto super. What does this guy have? The same thing? Yeah, he has 2 key here, and he has 2 key here. So again, you're gonna get 4 key. He's gonna be giving 3, so 7 key. You're gonna start with 6. So that you're already gonna auto super just side by side. I can see this guy being a better support than he is a great unit. I feel like, though, with the quality of the banner units that come out, like, for example, Tech Krillin is actually still a fantastic one. Kind of got to use him on movie heroes, but he's still really good, right? Even Tech Super Saiyan Goten's pretty good. And even the Ginyu ones, again, you got to use them on the Ginyu team, but they're really good. Perhaps if we had this guy really focused on Future Saga, he'd be really better. But, I mean, I suppose he kind of is with this, right? That Future Saga will cover a lot of these, and you're going to want to use it along these, right? So yeah, okay, so that's going to be him. So we'll look at what is people telling me is the number 1 unit in the game, slightly dampened by the fact that he guards for only X amount of turns. But outside of that, I've seen people no item sell max with this guy. Well, he raises defense on super attack guards, and yeah, no, just overall is quite good. Bond a parent child or Future Saga a full 170%, and the additional 30% for your 200% lead for Battle of Fate. Now, originally on JP, this was the first introduction for Bond a parent and child. I believe for Global, was it Pan? There was some other unit that actually had it. It might have even been a banner unit that had it, right? But this is supposed to be the original release. Bond of Parent and Child and Future Saga with Battle of Fate. This is primarily designed for this unit, right? So you have an entrance animation and 2 keys, 70% defense, and guards all attacks for 5 turns from start of turn when there is another Bond of Parent and Child attacking in the same turn. Again, they made this based around this. So, use them on this and they are insane. They have 2 key 140% of stats and launch an additional attack that has a 30% chance of becoming a super attack. I suppose, given the fact that what do they do? They raise attack and defense, and they also raise attack and defense, right? And they get extra power at S8. Well, you would have that. I suppose if that was like 50%, you'd probably be too broken, right? They get additional key up to 5 and defense 15% up to 75, and a crit chance from 7% up to 35 with each attack received. You imagine, like, this is a pinnacle slot 1 turn 1. You're going to have extra defense, you're going to guard, you're going to build up with every hit received, which is good. Because fine, you're going to take those hits and you're going to build crit chance defense, key, and you're going to guard. It's perfectly made around. So why it's only 5 turns, you would maximize that. I'm hoping, yeah, so it is. So it's the start of the character's attacking turn, which means that if they were in slot 3, so they'd be on the 7th one, you wouldn't lose a couple of turns, right? So it's from their turn. You get them in, or depending on like Cell Max how it goes, if you had them as late as possible, then you could go a few more rounds, a few more rotations into it to really maintain guard for X amount of time. But it won't so much matter. They'll have, once all this builds up, they still have 140%, and then they're going to have an additional 75%, plus an additional 70% to stats, and guards all attacks as the first attacker in a turn. Okay, so that means he just has like guaranteed guard then. That's actually really good. So it's weird how he has guaranteed guard for 5 turns as well as this. I get it though, actually. I know why. Because you can use him whichever rotation you want. Now, obviously, you've got to keep him in slot 1 or 2, otherwise you lose 2 turns, right? You float him off, that's 2 gone off your 5, right? And technically, you'd be on your 3rd. But in slot 1, you're guaranteed. Not only that, but with guard, you have additional stats to really help up. So you'll have guard, extra defense. You'll build up to an extra. It's no wonder this guy is absolutely incredible, right? Really well thought out. Yeah, okay. So they have a super attack which raises, it's a 30% raise to their stats, which just makes them even more incredible, right? The fact that they build up crit as well, it's only 35%, the equivalent of a medium chance, but that's not too bad, right? This is nice, and this is nice. If this was, I guess I can see why this is only medium, right? Again, if it was high, they'd be truly broken. But what's the harm in making a truly broken unit, right? It's really difficult, the game. The new Dragon Ball Heroes Red Zone, I still can't do. I can do it. In all the battles I've tried, I've gotten down to just a sliver of health, and I need to survive a normal, not a super, and I'd win. And he supers in just the very last possible moment off his health. It'd have been a normal, I'd escaped. I'd have had bugger all for health, but I'd have escaped, and I would have won. But he super attacks just in the right spot. Humber, by the way, is insanely difficult. Perhaps not as difficult as some of the other, and the Metal Cooler Core. That is ridiculous. I mean, I hate when it happens for like that because, I mean, it's really difficult and you need these incredibly OP units just to have this, right? Just to stand a chance. Kind of ruins the game a bit. But it's fun. If you pull these guys, congratulations. You're going to have a lot of fun. So they have an active skill. So let's have a look. Can be activated when all allies attacking in the same turn are Future Saga. Starting from the 3rd turn, or when HP is 50% or less from the 5th turn. Right, okay. So turn 5 at the very least, or turn 3. That's good, actually. So again, you could pop that on turn 3. That's better than most. Even the Super Saiyan 4s are turn 4. This is turn 3. And you can just save that, right? Or under 50% HP. You might not necessarily get there with this unit, but it's like in the back pocket kind of deal. 100% raise to attack, ultimate damage, and within the turn, all attacks become crits. Not only that, but all allies defense by 20% for the turn. That's incredible. So you're saying to me now then, okay, so guaranteed crits, has extra crits in here. Is there any reason they need to do that? Well, suppose this is only a medium chance, right? Whether this is a back pocket kind of deal, right? You can be low health or 3rd turn and just save it, and you're going to have 100% of stats and you're going to have guaranteed crits. Really good as a back pocket kind of deal. But, I mean, it's not bad. Future Saga in the same turn. So you're saying to me now then, this is a great unit. So who can we have for support? And this is where it gets a bit awkward because this is the top 25 units that we have. There are some great units in here, but not really. 5 links. I mean, it's really difficult. This guy, let's see, because this guy is a superclass Realm of God support, and this guy is not on Realm of Gods. So you're losing out on a big portion of his passive. This guy is probably going to be one of the better ones. And now, coincidentally, this guy is an int orb changer. Brilliant. You're going to get loads of key with this guy. Mind you, this guy gets stats on orbs as well, so you can't really just give him the lion's share. They will have Super Saiyan, Roll Lineage, Dismal Future, Prepare for Battle, Fears Battle as attack. 2 key. What's this one? This is also a 2 key, and that's 2 key as well. So you get 6 key. So, you're not going to struggle really. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Their 18 key will do more damage, of course, than their 12, but you're going to pretty much be at 12 key. Future Saga, Vegeta Family, Bond of Parent and Child, Bond of Master and Disciple, Battle of Fate and Time Travelers. So, yeah, the units that you need him to be on is great. They themselves are on Future, Vegeta, Joint Forces, Time Travelers, Bond of Master and Disciple, Bond of Parent and Child, and Battle of Fate. Pretty much the same thing, right? Yeah, pretty much every single team. This guy is largely useless. Okay, so this guy does stack, right? Well, these two rather. This is his transform state, right? This guy does stack attack and defense. So in the long event, he can be great. He is dropped off massively, and he doesn't even support. So it's tricky to say. This guy can be good. So this guy, he has a 30% chance to guard with 2 or more enemies. So if you went into some difficult content, i.e., let's say time travelers, because the Extreme Super Battle Road is one of the worst because it's 4 versus 3 versus 4 enemies, right? This guy having guard, he has ridiculous defense, and you're going to be able to trigger these links, right? Super Saiyan, Roll Lineage, Dismal Future, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle. You're not going to struggle for key. That's 6 key. And this guy, he builds up defense over several turns in his super attack effect. And he also gets attack and defense per orb. Shame he's not an orb changer. That would make him OP. So really, the best one on this is here. This guy is not so bad. Again, same warrior race, Dismal Future has 2 key, 2 key, and will get legendary power. You're getting 4 key from these. Future Saga and Joint Forces, very limited. This is great, but again, they need all the orbs. I would say it's like, this guy is fair and has a fantastic team to go with, right? He's going to support some really top end teams, right? So Masu is going to get some support, and he's actually going to be able to hold his own far better than he used to, and now he'll have some passive based defense. This guy will also give 50%. He came out obviously before this guy, so again, either one of these STR Rose, AGL Black will really support this guy. Really support this guy. 3 key and stats as well. It's not like he needed the attack, but he's going to be absolutely ridiculous. This guy's already hitting like close to 10 million. And this is at Rainbow, right? But I mean, I have him at 69%. So I've got 1 dupe, and he's already hitting at like, well, on the right setup, he's hitting around 5k. He's hitting like 5 million, sorry. So that's not too bad for just 1 dupe. This guy, you see, this guy could be good because he had so the problem with this guy, he does stack, but he has no defense in his passive. But with the 40% support and the 3 key, I believe this guy also is a 3 key support as well. Not only that, but he has a 50% chance to crit. You factor in, you're going to be giving him 40% extra of attacking power with his crits. Could be good. I'd say this guy is not as great as a unit as you would imagine, but he is far better as a support and is going to work far better in a team. Whereas these guys, they're truly unstoppable. They can have guaranteed guard and extra defense as the first attacker. That's what you want. The problem is as the first attacker. So the only downside is super attack before the super attack, right? So that's a problem. So you will, but as I say, depending on how it works, you'll have this built up, right? So you are going to have 140%. You are going to have by then 75%. Yeah, the only downside is you got to attack first. So all the attacks prior to you that is your only weakness. But as I say, it will probably allow you to build up. Great unit. I can see why this is a number 1 unit. It's just incredible. And they have great links. Just the partners. I mean, what does this guy have? Bond of parent and child. So that is the category that they used to officially release with, right? Not so bad. They're going to be sharing what? 2 key. So they're only going to get 2 key. Plenty of attack. These guys ain't going to struggle for attack. And that's the problem. So great unit, just the links are absolutely terrible. Royal lineage, though, is the Vegeta main link, and you do get that with a lot, right? Again, key links, you're going to get, is it, yeah, Prepare for Battle is going to be a good one. Dismal Future you can also get. So you're not going to struggle for key, just he needs a far better partner. It's funny saying that because this entire roster deck, some of them are really OP, like these guys, right? Ridiculous. This guy is a great stacking unit. To be fair, actually, this guy being super int will have an advantage in monotype Super Battle Road because he's super int. Does he share key links? Prepare for Battle, yes, he actually does share key links. So you are going to get something and legendary power. Right? Super int is going to be fairly good. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Before I ramble on too much, I would expect this to happen in the next few days. It's going to be our Christmas deal. That means then Zamasu, int Zamasu, will probably drop around Christmas. And who knows if we'll also get the int LR God or SDR Beerus and Weezer right as an EZA. Who knows? Something to look out for. Plenty to do. One small issue with this banner. I should really actually pop up the banner. But no, the problem with this guy is, while it's great, the banner does have a few LRs on there, but nothing special anymore, right? And outside of that, we also have the Step Up banner coming up. Now, these are better than what's on the Step Up banner, but the Step Up banner, 200 stones for one run, you can do it 3 times. Now, it's got much better value. I mean, you've got a guaranteed EZA unit, guaranteed EZA category lead, guaranteed other category lead, and a guaranteed LR, right? And I've seen people, they do one summon through, so all 200 stones, and they've come away with 3 LRs. So, it could be really good. So just bear in mind, while this may be something that everyone will focus on, New Year Step Up banner is around the corner. And remember, there'll be many people who just cannot afford to go quite deep on this. All right, end of this video. Looking really great. I'll just try and see if I can pull up. I should really pull up the banner. I'll just cut back real quick, and we can have a look then. Right, yeah, okay, so I'll cut back. Right, so this is the banner, right? So these are the new units. Now, again, the banner's great, but there's also not a lot of great stuff on here. So, like, Tech Vegeta is probably really helping this more than people expect. These guys, the Blue Boys, they can be good. There's a 200% lead. There's plenty of support for them, but they've aged a bit. These guys are now terrible. They've aged a lot. When they came out, they were and but now they're just even worse. These guys, again, these are very offensive, very powerful, but they tend to drop off the most, and you've got to have a specific team. Right, these two, Kefla, so can stack, but he's a bit of a wimp and not great. In fact, these 3 units are not great, and never mind these. Holy hell, STR Kefla is the worst on here, if not black. The only reason I'd say Kefla is worse is because this guy will get an EZA at some point and has far better teams to work with. Kaioken, I mean, this guy is a one-hitter quitter if you do it right, but holy Christ, is it just... this banner is just a no. Have fun summoning for SDR Kefla, Kaioken Goku, and Black, because that's who you're going to get. You could get... I mean, even if you summon this guy, yeah, he's a great support for him, but, good luck. Right, Tech Vegeta and this guy is the only really one you're going for. But, yeah, okay, yeah. So, that's it before I go on too much. Okay, so that's what you can expect, and I hope you liked this video, and if you did, fantastic. And if you didn't, sacks to be you. Okay, thank you, and goodbye.